Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll light up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?
Well, good morning, y'all. It's good to see you here on Sunday. Wanted to, for those of you that are interested, just wanted to show you the finished product, so to speak, on my chicken coop. Out here in the chicken coop right now. I decided to bring my coffee, my pipe out here, my morning pipe, and decided to smoke the Bing's favorite today. And of course, Sinead's cake is in the bowl this morning. So, got my coffee. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love good coffee. Of course, when you got a good blend with a good cup of coffee, not that crappy coffee, that coffee that just does you, when you're in a pinch, but good coffee. I have a machine that grinds fresh beans and then puts it out in the cup. It's called a Jura, Jura. Anyways, decently priced a coffee maker. But some people like their wine, so they get this nice wine cellar or a nice wine holder, and they buy expensive wine to put in it. Some people, get into beer the same way. I get into coffee like that, and I buy really good coffee, whole bean coffee. It grinds it up and spits me out a nice cup of coffee. Now I can also have it froth some milk in there, all that good stuff. And I do enjoy milk in my coffee. But yeah, good cup of coffee, y'all, and a good blend in the morning. That's basically the start to my morning every morning. But we are out here at the finished product of the chicken coop, and I'm gonna go ahead and show that to y'all right now. I would have showed more progress on it, but I realized it's kind of a boring situation. Y'all didn't come here to see a chicken coop being built. You came here to talk about pipes and tobacco and all that good stuff. Um, I just thought it might be different to change it up, y'all, instead of sitting behind my computer screen with CGI and all that good stuff behind it. Just break it up a little bit. Um, but there may be some of y'all out there wanting to see the finished product of see that I finished it, and it's as finished as it's gonna get. And it's just a chicken coop, so it's not like I was building a house. But let's go ahead and show. So here is where these little guys will go in, right there. And then I'm going to show you the window on the other side. Put a little window over here so I can peek in, see if they're doing okay at night or whatever. I did put that asphalt roof on top, so got an asphalt roof. Good morning, sweetheart. So got a nice little latch going on right here. There's the door. and the inside of this coop. Now, I know I had told y'all I was going to put four. Well, I don't know if I told you I was going to stack them. I decided not to stack my laying boxes right there. Um, just put them down. Well, so they're not laying boxes. I just took and made took buckets. I'd seen some people do it, and I thought, yeah, it looks good to me, and I liked it. So bought some buckets and cut them, and so far it seems as if the hens are liking it. And then of course they got that perch roosting area there in the back, and I put it on hinges mainly for my wife, so she could um, lift it up and clean up underneath it because they're gonna shit and make a big mess underneath that roosting area. Um, so it would be nice to be able to get up underneath there without having to try and get your broom all up underneath there. So I did put it on hinges. As you all see, there's a hook down there at the bottom. Um, and it goes up and hooks up to this chain right here. Um, I don't know, maybe I can show y'all. I'm trying to hold this camera and do everything at once here. So you just lift it up like that and then chain it off. And then you can get down below, clean up what you got to do. When you're done, put it back down. Well, yeah, that's it. Not a big deal, um, but it is done. Um, I learned a long time ago when I'm building sheds or when I'm building, something outside, to make a really good door. Doors seem to fall apart on me throughout the years and things that I've made. So lately, I've been practicing making a really good frame for my doors, and the way I've been doing it right here has been working out really well, and on my other sheds that I built too. So, but yeah, nice beefy door, uh, and works out great. But that is a chicken coop. I also put some airflow that air can flow through here. Heat risers should flow out hopefully. And in the wintertime, if I believe it's getting uh, too cold in there, I can go ahead and make a cover for that area right there. But I'm probably going to go ahead and finish this video up on the inside behind my computer screen. I'm going to finish my bowl here, my coffee out here, and then we'll see y'all inside. Welcome back in, y'all. I hope some of you enjoyed uh, a little bit of the outside adventure, let's call it. For most part, I'm right here back behind this camera, sitting at my desk. Not a big deal, not a big thing. So I thought it would be nice to get outside and, do something out there. I know a lot of presenters, they basically sit outside and smoke a pipe. It seems to be appealing to a lot of viewers. So I thought, maybe I'd try that. I don't know if it worked out too well. Um, and maybe it's because my channel's a little too young. Uh, whatever. People need to get a little used to you before they decide to allow you to go a little outside the genre, so to speak. But we're back in the house now, and I'm on my Peterson dongle Rocky. Decided to get that one out. Seemed like my Bing's favorite was wetting out too much, and like I said, to me, my opinion is those briars, they hold in the moisture real bad. So I had to retire the Bing's favorite for the day, and chose to get on to my Peterson's dongle Rocky. Rusticated. It's a heavy rustication. Yeah, vulcanite stem and with the silver band. Um, it's a decent little pipe. Now it is a spit magnet also. Seems like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a wet smoker, y'all. But seems like a lot of gurgling will happen after a while. But either way, that's just one of the things you got to deal with. And for this bowl, I did decide to go ahead and have a little bit of the bullseye flake. That's that Virginia. Like I said, I'm trying to expand my palate. Um, and a way to do that is I took a little bit of Peterson's Irish Flake, which is a very strong blend. Now it is a Virginia, but it also has burleys in it. Helps mix that up. Um, Nice strong blend. So I took a little bit of my Peterson's Irish Flake and rubbed it into and mixed it around inside of the uh, bullseye flake. Uh, kind of mixed it up, packed the bowl, and gives me just a little bit more darker flavor from that uh, Peterson's Irish Flake, and then the lighter flavors that come along from the Virginias in the Bullseye Flake. Um, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't enjoy it as much as a heavy Perique blend, but it's still good. Still good. A good, even a bad bowl is better than your best day at work. I guess I could make that little saying up. Hmm. Either way, but still drinking my coffee. So I wanted to go ahead and finish this video out, and of course, let you know that I'm still going to get on some new projects, making some new pipe rests. That'd be things such as this. Of course, a lot nicer than what I just showed you. We're going to do those. Like I said, we go full circle, come back around to pipe rest. And, but also talking on the build a pipe. We're going to call that project a build a pipe. Um, Let me get this lit up and we'll talk more about that. That lighter is almost dead. Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, so on that build a pipe, that's where I said we were going to take one of those unfinished pipes with some unfinished finished acrylic and then possibly a silver or nickel VOP band on that pipe. And the winner and I, of course, will build that together. The winner's options, what the winner would like, and then, of course, I go ahead and build it. And then, of course, at the end, we build a nice wrap for it, kind of to top it all off and send it out to the winner. Um, but I was thinking, uh, instead of everybody just commenting, and then of course I take down the names, and then we spin the wheel, all that good stuff, like I've been doing, and it works. It works. But I wanted to make this a little more mm, fun, interesting. There you go. That's a good word. Interesting. And I thought of, how can I do that? How could I um, do something that's interesting in trying to get a winner for this next project? And so, what I did think about doing was putting clues to an ultimate answer in my videos, the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos. And then y'all that are listening closely and attentively can catch these clues
And then when I ask for the answer, uh, those of you that think you know it, you can well, no, but if you comment, then people will also see it. You would email me. That'd be better. You email me your answer, and then, of course, whoever gets the right answer, their name will get put down before we spin. Because, of course, there may be a number of you that get the answer correct. So, and it might be fun. So, in my videos, either I'll announce that here's a clue or something to that effect. Maybe you write it down. Maybe you memorize it. I don't know. Whatever you choose to do. And when I do finally get to the video where I say, okay, clues have been given, please submit your answers in email form to me. And then I'll do a video showing all those who got the answers correct. Um, this, I think, would be a little fun. Let me know what you think about that. Do you think that's a good idea? Would it be fun? Um, or should I just write down comments like the old way and spin the wheel? Hmm. I don't know. I'm just trying to add a new element into this um, and make it slightly harder so it becomes more. Mm, what's the word I'm looking for here? It becomes more uh, of a win for the winner. Not only did you win the pipe, but and the rap, but you were able to figure out the clues, and then ultimately um, win the pipe itself. So let me know what you think about that, and I think that would be fun. Make the giveaway more interesting, and we'll get on to that. So um, comment, please. Let me know. But I'm going to go on and touch briefly on something. We're not doing too bad on time here. Um, I had let me get this pipe lit again. I had a viewer comment, and they wanted to know um, a, a little bit about my life, so to speak. Um, how did I learn to craft? What was it that interested me in it? Have I always um, been a homesteader? Am I retired? There was a whole bunch of questions. And at first I thought to myself, well, that might be a little too personal. But then I started to understand and realize that when people are watching someone in a video, maybe they wonder. I know I do sometimes. I wonder what this guy does. I wonder how he came to this point. Um, and I know that sometimes it helps build the relationship between the presenter and the viewer who is viewing the video. Um, so I thought, I can do that without getting too personal because, I mean, the story of my life and how I got to this point is, in my opinion, very normal. There's nothing great or spectacular about how I got to this point in my life. Um, I can give you a brief history. My mom's from Arkansas. My dad's from Oklahoma. My dad got a transfer with his job. He was a U.S. mailman, and got a transfer to. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, y'all. I'm embarrassed to say, but he got a transfer to California. Actually, to the outskirts of California, in a town called Barstow, California. It's out in the middle of the desert, basically. And we lived there for quite some time when I was very young. I think I was 5 years old when we moved there. And but after that, my dad got another transfer to about the middle section of California to a town called Fresno. I grew up and went to school there, graduated high school there. And back then, though, we're talking late 70s, early 80s. Uh, California was a very, very different place. It was a very respectable place, in my opinion. I don't there wasn't all this bullshit that's going on today. Um, but I left after graduation. I didn't know much of what to do with my life. My father had been in the military, and I thought, well, maybe I should go and join the military also, at least give me a start in life. And so I joined the military. Did 20, did 21 years, 3 months, 16 days in the military. Been to a number of places in the world. Um, Looking back on my time in the military, I do not regret it. It made me the man that I am today. It taught me discipline. It gave me goals. It gave me direction. There's no doubt about that. Taught me manners that, well, of course, reinforced the manners that my parents had already taught me. But it taught me, in my opinion, to be a respectful person to my elders and to those in authority over me. There's many different lessons you can learn in the military. Um, Became something that I felt was me participating in something larger than myself. And in the military, feeling as if I am protecting and working for my country, it gave me a lot of pride to wear the uniform. Um, Looking back now, I sometimes wonder what it was all for. All the wars, my time would have been Iraq and Afghanistan. Um, I wonder if we made a difference in the world at all. Uh, I, I don't think so, y'all. That's just my opinion. I don't think so. I don't think we should have been in any of those places. Um, and there may be those of you that were in the military that wonder the same question. Uh, that's for you to wonder and to ponder. But as far as me, I don't regret my time in the military. I do wonder if we made a difference. That's my main thing. And I don't think we did. That's my opinion. But after I retired, I got a job continuing on in my career field as a diesel mechanic. I was a heavy equipment mechanic in the military, worked on anything heavy equipment, um, scrapers, dozers, adverse terrain forklifts, um, dump trucks, crawlers, cranes, anything heavy equipment is what I worked with. And I am still a diesel mechanic today. I retired, got a job with a company uh, not too long after I retired. I got this job and have been with this company ever since. So, still a diesel mechanic. Uh, it's just my comfort zone. I know how to fix things. And so, going into the viewer's question of how did I get into crafting? Um, I got into it by necessity. I didn't grow up a very well-to-do um, person. My dad made enough money to keep us fed, keep us housed, and we did just fine. However, if I wanted extra things, if I wanted to do some of the cool stuff that people were doing, I basically had to make it myself, do it myself if I wanted to do it. And I didn't have the money to just go out and buy things. My parents didn't just buy me this, buy me that. Um, Sometimes they would buy me just enough to get me by. And if I wanted to go that extra uh, distance, I had to make it myself. I had to buy it used and fix myself. So me being in crafting, me doing things, it basically started out to be a necessity. course, nowadays I do it because I enjoy it. But back then, when I got my start, it was because I needed it, I wanted it, and I'm of the opinion that if you want to do something, you can do it. A lot of people say, "Oh, I just don't have that talent." Well, I disagree. What I think you don't have is the want or the desire to do so. Because there's a lot of times I haven't been very good at the things that I do, but I did not stop. Like I said, the military made me goal orientated. So, uh, say I'd start a project and I failed. Well, I'd let's go again. Very stubborn. Let's go again. I tried again and I tried again and over again until I made something that I felt I respected. And then if somebody else came along and says, "Man, Johnny, that looks really nice," well, then that's just a bonus. First and foremost, I do it for myself. If anybody else likes it, well, that's great. That's a bonus. Good for them. Um, and the same thing should go with you, y'all. You do something, do it for yourself first and foremost. And then if anybody else likes it, that's just a little icing on the cake. But you are what matters in what you do. Remember that. I taught that to my children. I continue to teach that to those that I mentor. Do it for yourself first, and not just because everybody thinks it's cool, not just because it's the new trend out there. I mean, how many of y'all got tattoos in a day and a time when it was really trendy, and then all of a sudden now you look back and think, God, that was stupid. That's just one example. Um, but do it for yourself. But so I got into crafting because um, I needed things, and now I do it because I enjoy it. Homesteading. I got to a point to where I just didn't trust what we're buying in the grocery stores. Finding out, all of the junk they inject into cattle, into swine, into poultry, so on and so forth. Finding out the pesticides that they spray all over our vegetables and our fruits. Um, Finding out the things they do with GMOs, genetically modified organisms, uh, that they make fruits bigger, vegetables larger. And even within our livestock, they can do the same thing there too. And I thought, well, I'm putting all this junk into my body, and it didn't sound appealing. And so that's why I got into homesteading, growing my own food for the most part. I don't grow all my own food, but I do my best to eat as much of homegrown as I possibly can. And then, of course, growing my own livestock, my own meat. I get eggs from my chickens, milk from a cow, and of course she's uh, she's lactating. And but as much as I possibly can, I try to do that, and that's where my homesteading comes into effect there. And I want to do it as long as I possibly can. Um, I certainly hope so. But I'm not retired yet. That was another question. I think I might have. Well, they say you can retire at 62, 64. So I got about 6, 7 years left. And when I retire, I'm going to continue on. Um, Doing my homestead, doing my projects. There's never a dull moment. I play music. I'm a guitar player. I've played piano. Me and my wife took piano lessons every Wednesday night for a year. Thought it might be a fun little thing for she and I to do. And I play anything I can get my hands on. I love music. I am partial to country western music, but I've also listened to heavy metal growing up. I mean, shit, y'all, I was in California. Um, I even enjoy a little R&B, a little rap music. I enjoy everything as long as I can understand it. Some of this music that gets so growly and so fast that you can't understand the message, then I don't like it. And that's another thing too, y'all. If the message is a good message, I enjoy a good message in a song. Um, Here's one of my newest guitars right here, y'all. I enjoy this guitar. I just got her, I think, last month. My other ones are back here, but I got a piano here behind me too, behind the CGI. Um, but mandolin, harmonica. My parents put me on brass instruments when I was growing up. I was in the band in high school. I'm not too much of a sports guy, so I was a musician and played a lot of music. Um, I mean, so my life is a very normal life, in my opinion. I just happen to be somebody who's very stubborn, and if I want something, I do it. Uh, if the proper motivation is there, I don't stop until I complete it, the task. And it goes for anything, from making repairs on my home to building things. I mean, damn, y'all. Nowadays, if you want to learn how to do something, you just go to YouTube University and learn how to do it. You could probably do brain surgery if probably somebody out there telling you how to do it. But that is a quick little synopsis. I'm an old guy, y'all. I got stories for days. That's what us old guys do. We tell stories. Maybe someday I'll tell you some stories of my military life and other things of that nature. But this video is going to get long, and I do apologize. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed my little outside adventure there with my chicken coop. Um, and remember to comment on what I thought about would be a good way to give out clues. And then the winners, of course, emailing me and then going on the list. And then we go ahead and spin the wheel for that on that pipe, build a pipe giveaway. But y'all, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I do appreciate you every single time. Until next week, y'all, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you. Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?